Well, hi there. So my name is Robert Parkinson. I've got about 25 years experience in the executive recruitment business. I've done very well and I'm now in a position where I don't have to work. What I'm trying to identify is the one totally important thing, the one simple thing that in my view is not taught, it's not even realised by most big recruitment companies. So we're talking about cold calling new clients here. Now, to be fair, I haven't done much actual cold calling because I always teed up my calls with an email or a spec. I hate the word, but you know what I mean, a speculative CV or whatever. You know, it worked 25 years ago, it works today, by the way. But yeah, let's talk about this because it's really important. And I'm going to first show you how I would make a cold call. Okay, so something like this. Oh, hi, is that Joanna? Yeah, Joanna, hi. It's Robert Parkinson here. I'm an executive search consultant. I need to talk to you about something confidential. Do you have a second? Boom. That's it. Then pitch. Do your pitch, whatever it is. Now, you don't have to use the words that I've just used. You can say whatever the hell you like. But what matters is this. What matters is that you don't work somewhere that puts you in a room of 100 other people with no training and expects you to be a real ace cold caller within like 10 minutes. Because it's not going to work for most people. Yeah, okay, some people are naturally confident, probably naturally overconfident. Most people will be nervous as shit. That's the reality. That's the reality of it. So yeah, in my experience, most firms, what they teach is that what you've got to do is just repeat your mistakes over and over again, and then at some magical point in the future you will get better. And I just think that's bollocks, basically. This is how I do it with my firm, okay? I teach people that actually the delivery, the way you speak, is 100 times more important than what you actually say. Now, you can say it how I just said it there on the phone, and you'll notice that I thought I was pretty relaxed. I checked that I was speaking to the right person, and I asked them if it was a good time to talk. I'll come back to that if I remember to. But yeah, the simple fact is, and you've only got to look at, for example, the inquiry into the pandemic at the moment, and I was watching yesterday Dominic Cummings being examined by the barrister, for one of the barristers for the COVID inquiry. And the power of his questions really didn't come from the actual questions themselves. It came from the way he said them. You know, you're a misogynist, Mr. Cummings, aren't you? Really powerful if said at the right place and the right time. So, what does this mean in a recruitment context? Well, what it means is that really before you even make your first cold call, you've got to get that first, some people say it's 30 seconds, I think it's probably 5 to 10 seconds right. You know, it's got to be, hi, it's Robert Parkinson, I'm an executive search consultant, I need to talk to you about a confidential matter. You see, I've just said it and I can say it, because I've said it so many times, it just trips off the tongue. Well, you don't have to say a confidential matter. You could say, Robert Parkinson, I'm a headhunter, I'm a recruitment consultant, you're known to be recommended to me, do you have a second? By the way, no, we always say, do you have a second? Because they might be in a team meeting, they might be on the toilet, They might be in the car with their kids, and we have to be respectful of people's time, right? So it doesn't really matter what you say, but what matters, even before you get on the sales floor, what matters is that you practice your little pitch. You write down what you're going to say, and then you go ahead and say that in private. Lock yourself in the smallest room in the house where no one else can hear you, where it doesn't matter if even you feel embarrassed, because no one else gives a shit in there. Record it onto your iPhone or whatever phone you've got, and do that 100 times. You know, hi, yeah, it's Robert Parkinson. I'm a recruitment consultant, and I work for XYZ Recruitment, right? And that will morph to, hi, it's Robert Parkinson. I am a headhunter, and I've been asked to call you. Do you have a second? Right? So it's that practicing and practicing and practicing that is really important, and you should be doing this. You should at least have your initial 10 seconds practiced so many times over and over and over before you even pick the phone up. Okay? And you do it at home, do it after hours, before hours, at lunchtime, whatever. Just do it into your phone, and by repeating that, perfecting it in an environment where you're not going to feel embarrassed, and you sound authentic, you sound natural, and you're comfortable with it, will mean that when you do it live, you just sound better. And you might ask yourself, well, isn't it just best to practice on real clients? The answer is no, ladies and gentlemen. If you make the analogy of, finance people, I've got friends who day trade for a living, and one of the particular friends said to me, I day traded with fake money for 2 years before even putting live money into an account. Would you put £1,000 or £10,000 or whatever, £100,000 into a live trading account if you'd never traded before? No, of course you wouldn't. That would be insane. Right? So you practice first. You get good at that, and it doesn't matter whether your company gives you time to practice or not. Learn the basics. Then you go home, and if you want to do well in this job, if you don't really give a shit, then do something else. Go and be an electrician or a human resources payroll administrator, or a gynecologist, whatever. But if you want to do well in recruitment, or this actually applies to any sales job, go ahead, practice your initial pitch. I said I didn't make many cold calls. I've made a ton of warm calls. Oh, hi, yeah, Angela, yeah, it's Robert Parkinson. Lynn from your Manchester office has given me your name. Do you have a second so we can have a chat? See, that's how you do it. And by the way, another little tip, pro tip, people. Stand up when you're doing this live. By standing up, I can't really stand up because I don't think you'll see me in the camera, but I'll imitate standing up. By standing up, that allows your diaphragm to move properly, so you will breathe more slowly, and what's called the parasympathetic nervous system will be activated rather than the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response. Oh my god, I'm so scared, Imagine yourself, making a cold call. Imagine yourself on a screen, on a phone, making a cold call, and someone's just given you an intravenous injection of Valium, and you're so totally chilled out. Oh, hi, yeah, it's David Jones here. I'm a recruitment consultant. I'm calling you about a really important matter. Do you have a second to speak now? Yeah? Relax. Really important. So practice it over and over again. Use the voice memo thing on your iPhone. It's really useful. It's in addition to recording your boss in certain conversations, it's a useful thing to do. So practice it, play it back, and it might be painful. I can remember playing with my dad's cassette recorder, recording my own voice when I was like 5 or 6 or something. Do you remember those cassette recorders? And thinking, oh my god, do I really sound like this? But now, in the evolution of adulthood, you get to a stage where you just basically don't give a shit anymore what people think about you. And I now quite like this. Hopefully, I shouldn't really be saying this, should I? But when I play myself back, I quite like it. And that's really the situation you want to be in. You want to have done that practice so you can relax. And by being in that state, in that relaxed flow, you will give yourself a much better chance. There's no guarantees you'll do well, but I promise you, you'll do a lot better. We did an experiment about a year ago with someone in my company, and we kind of put them through some whole training and stuff, gave them a load of structure to work on, and that structure just made them so much more relaxed about what they were doing because they knew what to do. We weren't just hammering KPIs. That's nonsense. There's another video about that. We weren't just hammering KPIs. We were looking at what's the basics. What have you got to actually do? And from that, because they were relaxed, their calls got better. But over time, right, it doesn't happen. It's not a sort of overnight thing. Their calls got better and better and better and better. And now they can just get on with it. I don't have to be on the call. They just sound good because they're relaxed, natural, authentic. The last thing you want to sound is scripted, like you're reading it from the script. Oh yeah, hi, yeah, I work for X recruitment company. I'm calling you today on an important matter because you've blah 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 blah. Sounding scripted is just so useless. So let's recap a bit. Number one, it doesn't matter what you say, it matters how you say it, right? Number two, practice what you're going to say. Obviously, you're not going to call up someone and say, oh, hi, do you like yogurt? You are calling up for a specific reason. So you've got to practice what you're going to say. Practicing deals with nerves. It makes you unconsciously competent. There are 4 stages of learning, which I won't go into in this, but it just, essentially it means it just trips off the tongue. You don't have to think about it. So you just sound good. So practice it over and over and over and over again. And let me give you a couple of examples, right? So I get calls from my various businesses all the time. And I had someone call me last Friday, and I happened to be on a Zoom call at the time. And they called me, and it was honestly, they said, oh, hi, yeah, like this. Is that Robert? I said, yeah, how can I help? Because I was kind of busy, but I always want to be polite. How can I help? Well, I'm just calling to talk to you about your energy price. Oh, I can't remember what it was, whether it was the property of the recruitment company, but yeah, your energy prices and something, or and she just sounded fucking depressed. Oh, just like, really, cheer up. You've got to sound good. But the crucial mistake she made, and the guy I was on the Zoom call with, we laughed about it because we were talking about this very subject, is she didn't say, do you have a second? Or is it okay to speak now? Whatever, however you want to put it. She just rambled on. And it's like, I had to say to her, look, I'm really sorry. I was in a good mood, so I wanted to be polite. I had to say to sorry, but I'm talking to someone right now. I'm on a call. Can you just call me back later? So always check if someone can speak. So practice over and over. Don't sound scripted. You'll be more relaxed. Stand up. Make sure you ask if someone can talk. And then if you go a little deeper into this, you can think about how people speak. This pace, how you are speaking. Are you speaking quickly or slowly? And by the way, one of the biggest mistakes that people make is speaking too fast like this, because it's just they just get nervous and then they're like on the phone and, oh my god, I've got to speak 100 miles an hour, and that just freaks people out. So there's pace, there's tone. You've got to sound a little bit interesting, tone and energy. You know, are you happy? People don't want to speak to miserable people. There are enough of them around. People want to speak to happy people. Tone, energy, speed. You know, there's all these little variables. But it you know, all boils down to: do you sound authentic? Are you speaking to them like a human being or a robot? And if you kind of just do all that, guys, essentially you practice until you're really damn good, until you can go out there. It doesn't matter if you've got 1,000 people listening to you, and by the way, they're not. They're busy with their own shit. But you can pick up the call and confidently say, hi, my name's Roger Moore, or hi, my name's Tony Russell, or hi, my name's Robert Parkinson. I'm an executive headhunter. I've been asked to call you about this, that and the other. Do you have a second? You see, that's all I say. It's really simple, but it's the way you say it, you know? And just one last thing, don't ask people how they are unless you actually know them, because they know you don't give a shit. You know you don't give a shit, so just cut the crap. You know, cut to the chase, and that includes in emails too. You know, writing an email. Oh, how are you today? You know, how was your weekend? How was your? Forget it. It's business. Cut to the chase. Avoid this ridiculous habit that people seem to have picked up, saying, "Oh, hi, Robert. How are you today? Just to be honest with you, this is excuse me. This is a cold call." That kind of worked for a few weeks, but like after about the 50th time I heard that, I just thought, no, let's just stop doing it. Anyway, look, I'm going to stop rambling on now because I just wanted to make this short little video because I think it's so important on the merits of cold calling. If you like this, you know what to do. If you thought it was a load of BS, then write BS in the comments. No, actually don't. Right, well that was brilliant. Anyway, have a good day. Cheers.